When a person wants to spend all of their time with you when they first start dating you, it doesn't automatically mean that they're the right fit for you. And this happened to me twice. That's why I want to bring this up, because a lot of us men and women, I feel like, think that this is a green flag. But in reality, when somebody is not giving you your space and they're constantly trying to, like, let's meet tomorrow and then the next day and the next day, but let's also FaceTime in the morning and the evening, and it's just a lot. If you're somebody who's a people pleaser, if you're somebody who struggles with creating boundaries for yourself, and you willingly might follow along and you might say yes when you really want to say no, and again, you might think it's this person, like this person, but what the universe really is trying to do, and God is really trying to do, is that this is a test to see, are you actually able to create boundaries for yourself? Are you actually able to say no to this person when you're not feeling 100% yourself? Usually when you date somebody, you see them about once or twice a week, depending on your work schedule and maybe if you have children or other responsibilities. And this person comes along and he or she is like, no, but I want to spend every single day with you. I want you to call me in the morning and the nighttime, and I want you to FaceTime me and la la la. And you're just like, whoa, this is a lot. And if you're somebody who has struggled with finding a relationship for a very long time, or you have this notion in your head of soulmates, and you're like, oh, but this is a soulmate because we get along so well. And when we're on the phone, we talk till 1 a.m. and time just flies by, and this is a bit different. So I need to change the way that I'm behaving as well, right? I just wanted you to know that this is not always the case. Sometimes when somebody wants to spend all of their time with you, it could also mean that they have a bit of insecurity. And maybe they can also have a little bit of an anxious attachment style, right? Depending on that person, there's so many different variables. But let's just say, because I had an experience like this twice, where I met somebody that I was like, oh, this person's amazing. We get along. It's great. And then I realized after a month or so that they're constantly just needing a lot of my energy. And when I say I don't want to give it to you, they lose their shit and they can't handle me saying no to them. This is about realizing that everything that happens to you in your life, the people that you meet, whether it goes well or it doesn't go well, these are lessons. There's insight, there's wisdom that you're meant to take out of these lessons and these situations that happen in your life. When somebody is like this in your life, they are draining your battery. And if you're somebody who's a people pleaser like myself, you're going to make excuses for them. Then you're going to say, oh, but like they really are so kind and they did this and this for me. And then, you're in this story that you keep on telling yourself to save them, right? Because you're so nice and you're so great. And what happens in the midst of all of this is that you lose yourself, and then your cup, which is meant to be full, it's running low. And then you start getting frustrated with people around you, and eventually you understand and you see the reality of this, which is that person doesn't have the tools and skills to manage themselves in a relationship. They struggle. And he also had narcissism in him, which, as I mentioned, I struggle with attracting these type of people. And the reason is because I always want to see the best in that person. I'm like, no, but they can change and they can do better and they can work it out and all this stuff. When in reality, people don't change when you want them to change. They only change when, I think I've said this a million times, they only change when they go through some deep, dark shit. And that is when they're like, oh my God, I need to wake up. Apart from that, I can't do anything for that person. They have to work on themselves. And I'm not anybody's mommy or daddy to do that. I mean, no, I'm not. Okay. And another point that I want to make is that when you're dating somebody, that person's intention might be just to get to know you, right? But what is the core? Where does that intention originate? That's what I want you to take a good look at. Because sometimes that intention behind that, there's fear, there's insecurities, there's fear of, oh my God, I found somebody great and now I'm going to lose them. And so this fear is creating this anxiousness in them, which is then manifesting in them, distracting you and constantly kind of pulling you into their world and their story, and then you forget yourself. And so I just want you to be aware of this when you're dating somebody and when they are really trying to get a bond with you. Again, trauma bonding, love bombing, all of these things. It's a thing because it happens all the time. And so the more aware you are of these patterns and why people do the things they do, the faster you're going to be able to say no to the wrong types of people that are going to drain you, that are not the right fit for you, they're not your soulmates. And then that is going to lead you to then saying yes to that one person. That's all you need, is just one person to say yes to. And if you mix being intimate with this person, that is even worse, because that's when your chemicals are over the roof. And that is why I'm constantly telling you guys to take your time when you're getting to know people, because sometimes you need space to sit with yourself and see, wait, with a clear mind, with no distractions, just see, like, how do I feel when I'm with this person? What does this person bring out in me? Am I more smaller? Do I not share my truth? Am I, do I struggle with being my authentic self? Or does this person elevate me in a genuine way, not in a ingenuine way, and they're just doing it to get something out of me? So I know there's a lot of moving parts to what I'm trying to say, but I really hope that it made sense to you and it's getting out to the right people that really need to hear it. So in short, when somebody wants to spend all of their time with you, it doesn't always mean that they are the right fit and that they truly care or like you. So just keep that in mind, okay? I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let me know if something really stuck out to you in this video. I would love to know if my message is resonating with anybody. Also, if you're at crossroads in your life right now and you know that staying the same is going to cost you, then let's get some clarity on that. Book a one-on-one session with me. The link is going to be in my bio or somewhere down in the description. I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys in the next one.